evening, good morning. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. We're live here from this beautiful, beautiful place, Switzerland. And I'll be answering your questions. So please drop your questions in the chat, in the comments, so that I can have them answered for you. Super excited to be here with you. Share with you what's working right now. My name is Alex Fedotov. For those of you who don't know me, in the last 8 years, generated over $100 million in sales with e-commerce brands. And here I'll be sharing my experience to help you with your funnels, with your ads, with your products research, any resources you guys need to help you grow your business. I'll be providing you that today. So very excited to be here. Just drop one in the chat if you can hear me okay. Just drop one. Already getting some questions. Woo, let's go. So yeah, just drop your questions in the chat and I will be answering them for you. Drop your questions, drop your questions, drop your questions. Drop one so I know that you can hear me okay. I know that you can hear me. Can just drop one in the chat. Drop one in the chat. One. If sound is tricky on this live call, I apologize. I have some birds here. I have some birds. I have some bugs. I have some like different animals. Probably some bears as well. So I have a company here. So if the sound is not perfect, any questions you can refer straight to them. And yeah, we'll get started. Axis, your lives are the best. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, perfect. Let's roll. Let's get it done. Let's help you guys scale your businesses, and we'll be super awesome. So I have a first question here from Twitter, from the person named Griff. What a beautiful name, Griff. What's up, Alex? How would you go about lowering CPMs on Meta? I've tried recreating multiple creatives and they're still $60 USD. $60 USD, depending on what niche you're in. If you're in health, if you're in the beauty niche, like those are reasonable CPMs. And you can make those CPMs work. We're making those CPMs work. We have in some of our ad account CPMs of $50, $60. And it's still profitable. We're still spending, $100,000 a day on ads. So CPMs is just one of the metrics, right? If you look at your like overall funnel, if you look at your average order value, at your conversion rate, if you look at overall like profitability, at your gross margins, so all of those metrics combined need to make sense, right? So if CPMs are high, but then at the same time your average order value is low or your conversion rate is low, obviously that wouldn't make sense and you will be losing money. But if your CPMs are high and you have average order value like of $150, $200, then you can make it work. So that's what I would recommend to focus on. I'll give more context from you, Grave, like what is a niche, what is the price of the products. Just if you don't want to tell me your product, just tell me who your main competitor is. So I'll tell you approximate CPMs because I see a lot of data, in our business, like overall, just observing the space, just so I can tell you more or less, what's normal and what's not, depending on the niche you're in. So yeah, Grief, please let me know, Grief. Let me know in the comments, and we will take it from there. And I have some guides as well. Like if you just DM me CPMs, I have some guides on lowering CPMs. There are certain things that are within your control that you can do to lower CPMs, and those work very well. So just DM me CPM on Instagram. This is my Instagram. I'll drop it here. If you are not connected with me on Instagram, I'll come to your dreams at night. and I'll make you follow my Instagram. So yeah, just this is my Instagram. Please DM me CPM, and I'll send you my cheat sheet on lowering CPMs for your business. Um, all right, so have some another question here. Love your content. Sorry, I can't read. I think this is I don't know what's the line. I know this is seems like from Israel, like, but I don't know which how it's called, the language, and cannot read, unfortunately. Love your content, Alex. Would you start with drop shipping or brand when testing? And what is your best tips for fine products? Try 20 and neither is profitable. Thanks. So, few things. I would 100% start with drop shipping model because it's something that you can like validate. You can validate the brand idea using drop shipping model without investing a lot of capital into inventory, product development, branding before you even know that your product will sell. If you want to launch brand directly from day one, then you would have to take all of that risk, which I personally don't like. I like to have validation. So dropshipping model allows you to do the validation. um, in terms of the product, as long as you have, right, so there's a few stages to this and a few kind of like aspects that you have to keep in mind. Number one is, if you're testing products and know for sure that your competitors are selling that product successfully and margins make sense, right? The kind of the problem that product solves makes sense, right? It's a big problem that you can scale, and you testing it and it doesn't work, then it's just your ads and your website. That's it, right? It just like you have to experiment more with different creatives. You have to identify better angles, and for that, I would just use a tool like Get Hooked. This is a tool that will allow you to create some mind-blowing scripts for your ads, right? So when you're creating those ads, this tool will allow you to create some amazing, mind-blowing ads. So that is what I would recommend. Just try it for yourself. First of all, the angles, the ads, and second is the video editing part. What type of content you're using in your ads to keep users engaged and get them to buy your product. But most of the cases, um, what I'm seeing is that it's not that the product fails or the product is not good. It's just the ads suck, right? Simple as that. And that's pretty much the answer in most of the cases. So the ads suck or the website sucks, right? If two of those things will get fixed, most of the cases, most of the products that you've tested, as long as they're validated, and I have this like extensive like cheat sheet, just DM me product on IG, and I will send you my cheat sheet. I have this like tremendous cheat sheet with all the criteria I need to have in order to choose products properly. I also did a live, I think last week, on products research, specifically on how to choose products, how we validate products, how we pretty much like rank products to make sure that the products we're going after and spending time, resources, money, energy, those products need to make sense, right? So that's important. Just DM me product on Instagram, and I'll send that document over to you. All right. So, how would you go about landing advertorial gigs for ecom brands? That's a good question. How would I go about this? Like, I would just do personalized audits. Like, hey, whatever the name of the founder, I reviewed your ads and seems like you have only like standard bitch product pages, right? Like, and you those standard bitch product pages don't convert as good as advertorials. And I would show them examples. I would also show, hey, your competitor named X, Y, and Z is currently running advertorials. I would love to do like test for you, like free of charge or just for nominal cost, and see if advertorials would work for your business. Simple as that. Personalized Loom videos. You can reach out on Twitter, you can reach out on Instagram, you can find out where those people hang around, and that's usually Twitter, Instagram, or some Facebook groups. Would message them directly, email them, and that's how I would. But I would do very personalized approach. When I was starting out, like back, like in Ukraine as a freelancer Like I would shoot these like ugly personalized videos, right? So I would put that little bit extra time and effort into the outreach, which I would do like I did on platforms like Upwork, which was Elance back then. And as a freelancer, I was landing clients, right? So that's what helped me, like just personalization, because most people are lazy and would never do this. Um, so are there any good D2C events coming up in the next couple months? Affiliate World Europe coming up in Budapest. Amazing event. We'll actually have our private event for our clients, Elite Mastermind event. It's in September, beginning of September, 2nd to 4th. After that, there is Affiliate World event, which is phenomenal event. I would highly recommend it. You'll meet so many great people there. So that is the event I would recommend. They also have one in Asia, and they have one in Dubai. So they have this event 3 times a year. That's probably one of the best events that I would recommend. Um, there's many others, but that one is just kind of the foundational one that I would recommend to anyone. All right. Do you target? So we have a question from Team on Push. Thank you so much for dropping the question here. Do you target worldwide? If yes, how you convert currency on Funnelish? I think it's called geo funnels. The functionality on Funnelish that you could utilize, which will allow you to personalize the content based on the country that you're targeting. Geo funnels. So look into that, please. And still, I mean, you can still convert pretty well with just like USD. Like that, I don't think that is a problem. Just USD, like you can do pretty well with. What is the best Gym Nas? All right. So what's the best path to start with a low budget of $800? How would you start? I would first like, like I mean, $800. Like you can advertise with $800. Like so, you'd have to do organic pass. Organic means TikTok organic, right? So you'd build a website, you would get the product, and then you would start promoting that product with just posting organically on TikTok. The problem with that approach is that it takes quite a bit of time and takes some skills to create good TikToks, but it's completely like there's no cost. Like you can edit the videos on your app, like on the TikTok app on your phone, right? So just like standard app, like you don't have to pay for any external apps. You can also, um, I mean, the website you can get like trial from Shopify. It's like what I don't know, 30 days or something. So that's also free. Many other apps also have trials, so even with low budget you can get some initial momentum, but TikTok would be the key here. Like I would definitely focus on TikTok if I had a budget of $800. Is this live? No, it's not. It's recorded. I just like read your messages from the future and I responded them proactively. So I was reading it through my mind. Okay, so I know that Carson will ask me this question: is this live? And I would be like, okay, let me answer that before Carson even asks, or let me like remind Carson to ask in the future. Anyways, Carson, this is live. This is live. This is live. This is live. We are live. We are live. Um, whew. Thank you so much for joining, Carson. Let's fucking go. If you have any questions, drop it, drop it, drop it. Want to see how I can help you? Want to drop some sauce and ketchup, mayo, um, anything that's good. Um, so, all right. When you're testing new product, do you target worldwide or just focus on one country? What is the best country to start? Top 5 have very high CPMs. I agree with that 100%. Top 5 have very high CPMs. What you can try to do is, to your top 5, you can add some extra countries. Like, for example, you can add Ireland, you can add Germany, Sweden, some developed countries that have good buying power. And so this way, you kind of like create like a bigger audience. And I found that by doing that, your CPMs will lower. I mean, US will always have some crazy CPMs, but this way you will also, some of these countries, you usually would get some good ROAS, and that good ROAS, even though it's a smaller scale, will offset the will offset the losses that you have, or kind of lower ROAS in more developed countries. So I would just include more countries there. Try that, but don't include, like, for instance, like um, some countries that are not very developed, because this way you would just get a lot of the garbage traffic. Look at Unexpress countries. That can work also pretty well. So yeah, those are the things that I would recommend to do. But again, same conversation, high CPMs. The problem is not high CPMs. The problem is low average order value or low conversion rate, right? That is the right way to look at at the um, the situation. Like, if you look at your competitors, like, okay, so the question is, are your competitors still advertising? Yes or no? Most likely yes. Okay, they're still advertising, and most likely their CPMs are the same as yours. Okay, so if they're advertising and they're still making it work, so the question then is, how do you also make it work, right? So you're kind of like, okay, um overall focusing on CPMs, I used to focus on CPMs like a lot, and then I kind of just like, fuck it, like, who cares what the CPMs are, as long as they're not like exorbitant, and there's certain people that you can pay to see, kind of like, is the reason maybe your business manager flagged in some way, or maybe your reputation on your pages is not that good, right? So you have all of that, context, right? So is that a problem with your BMs, with your business page, with your ad account, right? Maybe you have to clean it up. Maybe you have to turn on, the double authentication. Maybe you have to remove some, ad accounts that are disabled from your business manager, because the reputation of your business manager depends on the combination of all of the reputations of all of the ad accounts. And so if one of them is disabled, then it hurts the reputation of your business manager. If your business manager has bad reputation, then you'll have high CPMs, right? So I don't know. So you probably have to like rewatch the recording, because if I'm talking too fast, it's a mountain air. Like, so I'm raising mountain air, and so my brain just like functions like at 3x speed. And so don't go to mountains. It's bad for you. Uh, Thank you, Jim Nas. Jim Nas. Woo! Thank you so much for joining. I know that, like, so there's some great questions here on Instagram as well. I promise, guys, I'll answer those as well. So let me just cover some of these questions here on YouTube and Twitter, and then I'll switch to Instagram. What minimum margin you're looking for US market? Minimum margin. Um, I mean, if, in terms of the product cost, it's always at least 3x in terms of the margin. In terms of the profitability, I mean, at least, 10, 15%, 20%, 25% if you're good, 30, 35 if you're very good, right? So the question of margin, right? Like, margin depends on so many different things. Like, they, like, if you've already been in business for some time, like, and I've been through all the stages of this, right? I've been through the stages of, like, you put like a dropship random product and it sells through the product page and it converts, and you just like test products and you just like milk the fuck out of it, right? So there were the days 2016, 17's, like golden days, like, knowing knowing what I know now, like, if I knew what I know now, like, I would probably be the biggest advertiser, like, on Facebook back in the day. But uh, it's not 2016 or 17 anymore, so we have to adjust to the new reality. And what is the new reality? The new reality is the ecosystem. What I mean by that is, you have Facebook, right? Let's say you're driving traffic from Facebook, right? Number one, like, if you're using standard product pages, like just driving traffic to those product pages, like, ah, don't do that. Like, drive traffic to landing pages or advertorials. Like, those converges a lot better than standard product pages. So number one, right? Like, advertorials, landing pages. So that will help you to increase the conversion rate. and that will help you to increase the average order value. You need to have some order bumps. You need to have some subscriptions if you sell consumable products. You need to have at least 2 to 3 upsells and downsells, right? So if people are not buying this product, at least they're buying this product. If they're not buying this product, they're buying this product. If they're not buying this product, they're buying another product. And and so that's kind of the situation. My boy here says hi. Check it out. He's like, I wanna get on live. I wanna get my questions answered too. So he's knocking. So yeah, so like you basically need to hyper optimize like each variable in your whole funnel, right? So number one is a funnel, right? Like you have different upsells. You need to collect emails. So then you have the welcome email series. You have cart abandonment. Obviously, you send campaigns 2 3 times a week, right? So you're maximizing the email marketing revenue. You're maximizing the Facebook revenue. Then you need to add Google to it, right? So it's like basically you're stacking these different platforms and you're creating an ecosystem. Whereas, like, if someone goes to your website and they're not buying right away, that's okay. You just collect their email, you just hammer them with emails, right? Then they go to Google, they see your website again, and then they come back and buy, right? So you pretty much have to create that whole ecosystem, unless you, I don't know, you have some unique product like with very good margins, like that's it. Like you have to think in terms of the ecosystem if you want to do well advertising and growing e-commerce business, and that's what all of the successful businesses have these days. If you need any question, Tim and Push, please DM me on Instagram, DM me ecosystem, right? So I'll just kind of break it down for you. Like I'll send you some resources in this, I'll send you some Google resources, I'll send you some Google resources, funnel resources, but this is the ecosystem. This is the whole kind of concept that you need in order to do well in 2024. Alex, what targeting strategy would you recommend in UK or other small European countries smaller than USA? Would you do interest and lookalikes or just broad right away? I would test all of them. Let's say, you're testing like 10 different assets. Let's do 5 interest, 3 lookalikes, 2 broad. Kill the ones that don't work, and then just kill the ones that work. So yeah, I would just try different ones. From what I had experience with, just broad, like without any interest whatsoever, like because the country is usually small and you let Facebook figure it out. But that's what worked for our brands and our niche. We're in the health and beauty niche. If your niche is different, then it's different, right? So I would just test all of these 3 options and see which one works the best for you. Timon Push, I DM'd you from 2021. Did you know that? DM me now. DM me now. DM me now in 2024, and I promise I will answer you. So that's a good one. That's a good one, Timon. All right, let me cover some of the questions here from Instagram. We have Bangu008. I am from Canada. Awesome. I've heard Canada is tricky right now with all the politics and stuff. So, but I think it's still a good country. How can I make 10K? Hannah Kolb Robel. How can I make 10K? I mean, there's so many ways to make 10K. So yeah, if you can be more specific, please. What do you think about Boss Catudoro official? Boss Catudoro official. What do you think about advertorial in Europe? What I think about advertorial in Europe, that's what I think about advertorial in Europe. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think about advertorial. That's what I think about advertorial. It prints. It prints. Makes money. Like Europe is like few years behind United States. People have not been exploited the same way, like, and customers have not seen as many offers as US customers have seen. So I think it's a great opportunity right now to pretty much replicate what's working in the US market into European market, with great success. So advertorials in Europe, I highly recommend. If you need some advertorial resources, some advertorial training, some advertorial tutorials, just DM me advertorial, and I'll send you some cool sauce and ketchup and mayo, like everything. So yeah, just DM me advertorial on Instagram and I'll send it over. How much capital did you start out with? Huh, that's a good question. How much capital I started out with? So I was broke as fuck. And then I made some money, like working with clients. I don't know, a few $1,000s. Like it's like a few $1,000s. Like that's what I started with. It's not like how much capital you start with. Is like, I mean, it's important. It's 100% important. Like, $5,000-$10,000 you can get started with e-commerce business. If you have like 20-30, like, I mean, it's wonderful, and you can save that money. Like, depending what country you're at, I mean, I don't get it why people don't save money. Like, even like in the United States, I mean, you can make money, you can save money, like at least 20, 30, 50% of what you're making. Like, I was working when I was working, like, as a freelancer, I would just get so many clients and work with them and just accumulate the money and save them. Like, I wouldn't buy anything. I wouldn't buy anything. I would refuse to myself, like, I'm not buying cars, I'm not buying like watches, like, I'm not buying fucking Louis Vuitton bags and clothes and stuff. I would just save and stack money. Like, that's what you need to do. And when you have it, that's when you can start investing in the business. Invest in yourself. Get smarter. Learn from someone who's done what you want to do, right? Accelerate that path. Invest in a business. Invest in ads. Like, there's so many ways you can do it, but initially it comes with a sacrifice. Like, you have to sacrifice something. Like, you want to, like, big TV in your house, and you want like a new car, and you want like, it's like, maybe that has to wait. And then people making their first 10K a month and then buying Lamborghini. I mean, I've seen it so many times. Like, that's why people never break through. Um, so at the beginning, you have to sacrifice certain things. You have to let certain things go if you want something bigger in life. And so that's what I did. I don't know. That worked for me. I don't know. Maybe there's some alternative path that I don't know. If someone can enlighten me, um, I don't know. So, but yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just stack that money, invest in yourself, invest in your business. Just sacrifice. Initially, at least, once business starts working, I mean, you can do some dumb shit, but initially, don't do that. Favorite song. My favorite song is Black Sabbath, Paranoid. And that's my favorite song. Um, that is my favorite song. Um, all right. So let me see. Can I send you a private message? Yeah, you don't have to ask me here. Like, just send me a private message, Guga Sarkisyan. Just send it over, and I'll check it out. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going through. Hola, amigo. Maor, my man. Yeah, I had we all right. 111. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm just checking all the comments from the beginning. Which niche is most profitable? Which niche is most profitable? I mean, you can make profit in any niche. I personally just like uh health, beauty, pets, and jewelry. I think those are like evergreen. Those are just, you can do a lot in. You can sell products throughout the year. Like, it just evergreen. I'm looking for evergreen demand, like not something that you're selling a gadget today and then in like 3 weeks, like the product dies and you have to restart your business from scratch. I think that's not the best way to run a business. So health, beauty, pets, jewelry. These four. No closing, please. No closing. I mean, unless you're very good with designs and you're really passionate about that, and you have great profit margins. Now think about it. Nike down, Adidas down. Like check the revenue reports. Like all of these big conglomerates with closing and shit, like very complex businesses are down, right? So why they're down? Because they're too complex. A lot of inventory, it doesn't sell, it's a lot of competition, it's a low margin, it's all the same story, right? So don't go into apparel. It's that's that's hard niche to figure out. Is there a good replacement for AliExpress that can ship the product in a more reasonable time? Yeah, there is. Zendrop is a great alternative that I would recommend. Zendrop. I'll drop it here. Zendrop. Um, and you can also DM me suppliers, DM me on Instagram, DM me suppliers. And if you're not on Instagram, follow me on Instagram and DM me suppliers. So I'll share with you my suppliers, like literally my suppliers that we work with that you can also use. Like go go and try finding a good supplier these days. Some of these guys like never send your products, you're paying them money. They'll never ship your products. I've had this myself. I've seen so many people that had the same situation, and it's it's a tricky one. So I'll send you my suppliers that are proven, that are good, that are shipping products on time, reasonable shipping times, can brand your products, can do custom packaging, can do anything you want. So just DM me suppliers. Adevaldo Jace, still in Florida. Yes, it's still Miami. Right now in beautiful country of Switzerland, though. Why the quality of video is bad? The quality of video is bad, I'll tell you, because I'm using MacBook camera, and like MacBook camera is not the best, and that is the reason. And also, it's getting dark here. It's getting dark. It's getting dark, but it's still very beautiful. If you if you can hear, if you can, oh, you probably cannot hear that sound. That sound is like a bell, right? Like they have cows here, right? So the cows that produce milk, that you can drink, right? That you can, like, basically you can take protein, like you can take like protein shake, like protein powder, and you can mix it with milk and you can drink it, and your muscles will grow. And so that is the purpose of milk. And the purpose of cows is to produce milk. And so they have cows here with these bells, and these bells make this noise. I think cows come home, and then they'll extract milk from them, and then everyone will get a protein shake for the dinner. I think that's the plan. Uh, I don't know, for dirty van. Yeah, that's why that's I deviated. The quality of video is bad because of the MacBook camera, and yeah, this I think the last one has a good camera. This one sucks. Um, all right. Um, all right. I want to take your $20 offer with the Shopify store. I'm a new beginner. What about ads? You have spent a lot on that, or small enough as a start? What is your experience on that? Thanks. Um, I mean, we'll build you a store. It's a great store to start with, but then yeah, you'll have to promote the store, and that is that is a skill set that you'll have to build. Ellen Selena. So you have to build that skill set. How to promote it? You can promote two ways. You can promote organically using TikTok organic, or you can promote it with paid ads. So depending on your budget, that's you can choose whichever one of those platforms and start learning about it and mastering it. But there's there's no real like there's no really like a shortcuts, right? You just have to acquire those skills if you want to become good and if you want to make money. What do you think about VSL in the skincare niche? Is this niche ready for this type of content? Oh, 100%. I mean, some of the biggest offers in the skincare niche are using VSLs. So that is just part of the that has been part of their strategy for the last like 10 years. A video live only for advertorial? No, it's not. It's just to make jokes, and that's the purpose of this live. No, it's just to answer any of your questions and help you. That's the purpose of this live. It's not only for advertorial. Any questions you have, product research, funnels, ads, CPMs, Like that's my favorite question. CPMs is like by far my favorite question. Because that question never gets outdated, right? It's always CPMs. All right. What about what want how to get a lot of UGC creators for ads? Good question. You can buy them or you can earn them, right? If you want to buy them, there's platforms like Join Brands. There's TikTok Creative Center that you can reach out to a lot of creators there. Platform to Join Brands. There's Below. I've heard bad reviews about Below though. You have Incense. You have Backstage. I created, like literally, I created the whole YouTube video. Like, please check out my YouTube channel. Don Dollar. Don Dollar. What a name. Beautiful name. So that's how you get a lot of UGC creators. You can also try to get them for free by finding people with small audiences, usually like between 1,000 and 10,000 followers, because those people are not spoiled yet with brand deals. They will not want your like arm, leg, and like left kidney for a piece of UGC content. And for those people, you can just ask them, hey, we'll send you a free product, and then if you like it, you can send us a video talking about the product. And if you like it, and your audience likes it, then we can figure out some collaboration in the future to pay you on a monthly basis for promoting the product to your audience, right? So you can do it that way. It's more manual. It will be cheaper, but it also will be a lot more work. So you can either go for these platforms where you just buy them. It's $50, $100. You can go on Fiverr. Fiverr has a lot of them. Like last time I checked, it had like 7,000 UGC creators, like literally skilled UGC creators that you can hire. Like $50, $100, $150. Like you get a lot of those on Fiverr. So there's many different ways, right? Don Dollar, Don Dollar, please DM me. DM me on. I have some content. I have some SOPs to share with you. Just DM me on Instagram UGC, and I'll send some resources your way. What was the name of that tool again, please? This is my favorite tool by far. It's called Get Hooked, right? So this is the tool that will help you to create some amazing ads. And once you have some good ads, you can run and spend money on those ads. And the more you spend, the more you make. Um, so yeah, that's the essence. Let me send you the tool. Let me send you the link to it so you can check it out by yourself. It's called Get Hooked. Get Hooked. Um, At what point were you able to build a team to do everything for you? At what point? Building the team, it's a gradual process. It's not like a instantaneous process, and there's stages of team evolution. Actually, it's a great question, and I think I will do like a YouTube video on this because I think it can help so many people. Like initially, it's like stages of team evolution. Stage number one, you get a VA, right? Maybe you get some video editor to help you, kind of like part-time freelancer, like just pay them per video and stuff, right? Then as the business grows, right, depending on, let's say if you're advertising on Facebook, then you'll need to put out more pieces of content. Then you get a full-time video editor, right? And maybe potentially you get some kind of like copywriter to help you write scripts, or you can use Get Hooked to write scripts for you, right? Which is which could be even more, um, kind of like save you a lot of money. So um, you get to that stage, right? Then you pretty much trying to build a marketing team first, because marketing is what will drive your business, what will drive the sales, like revenue, profits, right? So you want to build a marketing team. For that, you need media buyers, you need video editors, you need copywriter or creative strategist, um, and maybe you need some assistant, right, who'll do the outreach to content creators and would facilitate all of that stuff. So that is the stage. I mean, I'll just cover until this stage, because this one is enough for you to do like a few $100,000 a month. Arjan Takar. unless you're doing already like 500,000 months and you want to just grow it. Yeah, let me know. Or John, just DM me. DM me on Instagram. I'll respond with some more specific feedback for you. Um, Hi, Alex. Would people consider buying a 14,000 euros product online? Wow, that is pricey product. I don't know what kind of, is like refrigerator or like Toyota Corolla or what that is. Um, uh, um, 14,000. Are you drop are you drop shipping Momov Zaid? Um, I think people. So the question was, would people consider buying? I think they would consider buying. I don't know if they would actually buy it, right? But they might they might consider buying it. Um, so yeah, I mean, it was that kind of product. I mean, you need to have some kind of either phone support assistance, so that people can kind of like get reassured that everything is good. You need to have definitely some payment plans. Like not a lot of people have just 14,000 euros like laying around. Um, or if that's indeed like Toyota Corolla, I mean, you just like, I don't know, you drive it to their house and you show it to them and you collect the money. Um, so, but if it's not Toyota Corolla, then yeah, it probably wouldn't sell. I don't know. Yes. Mama, let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty much like you add a phone sales process for selling these kind of products, right? Like request like a demo or a request like a walkthrough of the product, right? Like request a consultation instead of people like paying right away. Or if you want them to pay right away, then at least some payment options and some reassurances, and you still want to call them like at that kind of purchase amount. Like you still want to call them and confirm, so that they don't report it as a fraud, right? And so yeah, adding some human touch would help you to sell this product online. Um, yeah, if it's Toyota Corolla, that's one variable that's important. Um, so, what are the payment question from the UGG Baran Val? All right, what are the payment gateways for non-USA people? Non-USA people. Um, I mean, Shopify payments still. Shopify payments, from what I know, integrates with Klarna, or Stripe integrates with Klarna and allows you to collect payments in Klarna. So Stripe definitely. Um, Klarna depends which country you're at and what country you want to sell to. Those are two very important factors. If you are selling in Netherlands, you need Ideal. If you sell in Sweden, you probably need Klarna. If you sell in Germany, you need Klarna and PayPal, right? So it depends on which country you want to sell products to, right? So if you let me know that, um, then I will give you more context and will try to help you as much as I can. Um, are you the one who answers your DMs? Yes, sir. Have you tried VSLs in your brands or just UGC, more long form or more mini? Have you tried VSLs in your brands? Have you tried? Is that, am I reading this correctly? Have you tried VSLs in your brands? Yeah, I've been kind of like running VSLs for the last 5 years. Um, yeah. So yeah, I've been trying. I've been trying VSLs. That's a good one, Stefan Batsu. Yeah. So I like, so 2018, I started trying VSLs. Um, yeah. So that's just for the context, and also advertorials. Like advertorials, 2018. From what I know, I was like one of the few people like that were running advertorials in 2018. So it's been a while. It's been a ride. It's been a good time. So yeah, that's we've been doing this for a long time. Now UGC or more long term, or long form or short form. We're testing both. Depends on the brand. Usually sweet spot is between 1 and 5 minutes, right? Like if shorter than 1 minute, not much. like success. Rarely, because we're selling more expensive products, right? So if you're selling product that's like $20, $30, $40, $50, then you can get away with like shorter VSL, shorter like UGC pieces of content. We do a lot of UGC for retargeting though, but those are usually like 45 to 1 minute, but that's mostly retargeting. For cold acquisition, VSLs work the best. 1 to 5 minutes, I would say even like 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes is the sweet spot. Um, okay, question from Burns 07. How long you been marketing? And also, what exactly do you do? So, what do I do? Like, I mean, I wake up in the morning, um, I look at my Shopify screenshots, and then I sleep all day, and then I wake up in the evening and I do live call and I make some stupid jokes, and that's what I do all day. So we do e-commerce, like put on e-commerce business, and also we're teaching people on how to run e-commerce business. That's literally what we do. Um, so these are the two things that we do. We help our clients to scale their e-commerce businesses by sharing also what's working for our business. And so we do e-commerce, we teach e-commerce. That's the simplest answer I can give you. Um all right. So let me questions coming in. All right. On YouTube. SM. All right. Is it possible to run e-commerce business making over $1 million a month by myself? Yeah, of course. I think it's definitely possible. Like if you just like, I mean, if as long as you remove the necessity of sleep of your life, like so you basically don't sleep, um, and 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 you just work. I think it's definitely possible. I mean, on on a serious note, I think it's possible with all of the technology that we have. The only thing is, right, so for example, if you were like advertising with on Facebook and you need a lot of new ads, right, so someone needs to write those ads, and we're currently working on a solution that will help you to write all of the ads that you need, right, like all of the ads, all of the scripts, like all of the advertorials, like basically kind of just replacing manual work, replacing people with technology. I mean, people will still be needed, right? And I don't think it's no. On a serious note, I don't think it is. It is viable to do $1 million a month by yourself because, like, you'll be unnecessarily working too long every day. Because there's all of the parts of moving like e-commerce business, right? You have the website, you have conversion rate optimization, right? You have different funnels and advertorials. If you want to do 1 million a month, you'd have to do that. You'd have to just test more variations of your landing pages and advertorials. You'll need many variations of your creatives, right? On the customer support team, you also need some help, right? You can't do all of those things by yourself. It's just like you'll lose your mind. So I wouldn't make that a goal. Can you run an e-commerce business with like 5, 10 people, good people that are very good at what they do at $1 million a month? 100%. Like 10 people max. Like I think if you want to do like 1 million a month, like you shouldn't have more than like 10 people on your team. Like that should be the standard. Um, because the standard in e-commerce, just so you know, everyone, for every team member that you have, for every like proper like employee that you have, you need to have $1 million in annual revenue. So by this definition, if you're doing 1 million a month, then you would need to have up to 12 people on your team. And if you have 30, 40, 50 people, then probably you overhired and you have too many people that are maybe are not as efficient as they can be. Um, Thoughts on New York City? I love New York. New York is a great place to hang around. I wouldn't live there. Like in New York, you need the driver. You need a driver. Like you need a car like that constantly picks you up. and drops you off. Also, the commute time from one area to another is like very long, and some subways are dirty and it smells like shit. But the energy in New York City is like, it's like nowhere else. It's the best. I like to visit New York. I love to spend like a few days there, get the job done. But I wouldn't want to live there. I think it's just too. Miami is much more comfortable, especially when you have family. Like, imagine like you have to take your kids like to the school, and it's like 1 hour, or someone has to drive them. Like, it's just like too many variables. Um, and also, I mean, all of the big companies are moving to Florida anyway. All of the good companies, from what I've heard. So everything's moving to Miami anyway. So I'll just um, I'll just stay in Miami for now. But I love the vibe. New York City vibe is like the best. The easiest selling products are those that relieve physical pain or emotional pain. Beauty. Paulusius Zamus. This is a great comment, and this is 100% accurate. The easiest selling, because you're speaking to emotional pains or physical pains, as you said. I think it is definitely it is very, very good point. Um, Alex is high on mountain air. Yeah, it's good air here. It's good. It is very good. All right. So, where would you suggest looking for VAs for European markets? I sell pretty well in France and I respond to all the emails myself. I type in the response in English and translate it with DeepL. If you do it and it works, just find a VA in Philippines, in South America, in Africa, wherever you can find them, Eastern Europe, and ask them to do exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know, Policius, what kind of revenue you're doing. Um, Let me know what kind of revenue you're doing right now. So at certain levels of revenue and profitability, it would make sense for you to hire a VA so that you can focus on higher level stuff, like new landing pages, new ads, new landing pages, new funnels, new ads, new landing pages, new funnels, new ads, right? And then new products if you feel like you've exhausted your market completely with your existing product. So yeah, let me know, Paulicius, what kind of revenue you're doing. Um, Alex, looking good with new haircut. Thank you, sir. I have one question. Say, while doing research on ads library, we found some products. How do we know which awareness stage it falls in? How do we know? I think you know that over time, as you're observing like a special, like a certain market, like kind of like, okay, what's trending, for instance, right now in supplements? What's trending? Colostrum, right? For instance, just like one example, colostrum is trending. Okay, colostrum. Okay, so and then what problem it solves? It solves I don't know, digestion problem. Okay, so digestion problem has been around for a long time. How many people have digestion problem? A lot. You just Google it, right? Like how many people have digestion problem? Like probably tens of millions of people. And so now you know that they're problem aware, right? So that's that's problem aware. And uh, you know, so between problem aware and solution aware, right? So just ask different formats of the ad, see which ones convert, and that's it. Move from there. Um, all right. What pushed you to start an e-commerce? What pushed? I mean, I just didn't want to work on the factory, Uh, and I just realized that with e-commerce you can make money like anywhere in the world, even like yeah, without being like in the country where you sell your products. So that was my um kind of like in terms of the business model. But then overall, like I just wanted to provide for my family and make money, like and give them the best life possible, and not stressed out about the money, right? I think it's like the 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 point is not to have money to just like just to have it, right? The point is to not think about it, right? Because like if you're not thinking about it, like it doesn't stress you out. You can think about certain things, like you can think about like, should I get like a fresh milk from that cow over there? Like, should I make a protein shake myself, right? Or like, should I pay someone to bring it to me? Or like, should I go on a hike today? Should I travel today, like to another country, like with my family? And so all those type of questions, you can think about those once you not worrying about money. And so I think for me that was a big one. Just like, I don't want to stress out about it. And most people are stressed out. Most people, like, I think 60 or 70% of people in the United States are living like paycheck to paycheck, like, which is just scary. Like, fuck. I mean, yeah, it is scary. Like, paycheck to paycheck, like literally just making money, paying all the bills, and then this next one. Um, so yeah, that's for me. That was my motivation, and you know, I think should be motivation for some of you guys too. Like, shit. I mean, if, where you are right now is not getting you the outcomes you want, maybe you want to change it. You want to learn something. You want to become better at what you do, and by becoming better, you make more money. That's how it works. Like, it's always correlated with how good you are at specific area of expertise that you're in. Like, people that are the best in every field making the most money. Um, like the best comedians, like Donald Trump. He makes a lot of money. Look at, what was it? We'll get penalized for saying Donald Trump. I don't know. Um, anyways, what do you think of people mass testing products, like 5 products a day with general stores? It doesn't work, by the way. It works. Um, you'll just need to have like tremendous infrastructure and tremendous margins, right? So let's say when you're sourcing your product from AliExpress, or you're sourcing it from your supplier, it already has a margin of the supplier, which means your supplier makes like 10, 20% extra, maybe even more on that product, what it actually costs. And the companies that can do it on a big scale, they either direct manufacturers, right, or they have just massive scale operation, right? Like, they sending like hundreds of thousands of products a day, so they can negotiate their shipping costs, right? Because they're just selling whatever, like at a very low cost, just like testing products. And that's why they're able to make it work. Now, in some countries, like for example in like some European markets like Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, you can still get away with it, but it's not it's not how it was, like, let's say 2, 3, 5 years ago. Right now it's a lot more competitive, right? People also, kind of like more, sophisticated. They bought few products from Shopify websites that never arrived. uh, and they kind of like got burned by that experience. And so that's why I would not recommend that approach. And also, you can sell that business. Like, if you want to do something, like let's say you want to commit to the business for like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like, you can either build a business that, like, you can sell in 2, 3, 5 years for like hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. I mean, if you're very good, tens of millions of dollars. Or you can just like run one product and then it dies, and then another product and then it dies, and then another product. And so, like, in 1 year from now, in 2 years from now, you have no business. What the fuck you been doing? Like, what's the point, right? Like, because you made like what, $100,000, like, what's the point? The point is not to make $100,000. The point is to make like generational wealth, like, like make enough money so you can retire. You cannot retire for $100,000. And um, so I yeah. So that's what I would recommend. Like, just focus on a niche. Like, choose one niche and just like totally fucking understand that niche. Either it's health, beauty, pets, jewelry, whatever, like, niche that is. And you know, it's like you simply cannot, build anything sustainable if you're just changing your products every month, right? That's a key message, right? Like, if you get that message, right? Like, if I get it across, like, for me, they always like I know there's like someone on the other side of this, like listening, and it's like, oh, okay, that should make sense. Okay, I'll take it into like consideration. And if one person does that, that's all I'm doing this for. That's my that's my goal. Muhammad, thank you. I love today's live answer. Yeah, exactly. In studio it's different. In studio it's different, and you know, I'll just go like, um after we finish up, I think I'll take maybe like one or two questions, and I have this setup here. I have the setup. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Um, so it'll be sauna time. I think sauna is important. Sauna is good for health. So I'll take the sauna. I'll have some protein shake with a fresh cow's milk, and that will be it. That will be a good, beautiful day. So, anyways, let me answer some good questions for you guys because I'm. All right. Yeah. So someone asked here, does your done for you come with suppliers? Does it come with supply? Yeah, we have suppliers. ZenDrop. ZenDrop that can fulfill your products is a great one to start with. 100%. I highly recommend ZenDrop. Another one here. What was the habit that you think which helped you become millionaire? Habit. I think the biggest habit is like, we all have our own like goals and stuff, right? But sometimes we get discouraged by other people. People say, "Oh, don't try that. It doesn't work. Oh, don't do that." Right? It's like I'm saying like it's like don't do a portal. Don't do a portal. Alex says, "I'll prove you Alex wrong. Like I'll fucking prove you wrong and I'll create the best apparel business in the history of mankind." Right? It's like don't listen to what Alex says. um, so don't listen to people who try to discourage you. I have no personal like, I'm just sharing my experience, right? And my experience is just limited. I mean, I've been in this industry like 8 years, generated over $100 million. Like it's it's peanuts. I mean, if you think about it, like it's very small, right? But I think my experience can help a lot of you guys. Overall, like the habit of like not listening to people that discourage you. Sometimes that could be your family or friends. I think that is the biggest one. Just cut those. Cut those. Move to another city, country. Like just relocate. Just get rid of it. Like that's literally. And most people won't do it, and that's fine. But if you want to do it, and if you'll do it, um, then I mean, I'll see you on the other side. Um, how would you go from zero to 1K a day? How do you go from 0 to 1K a day? Find a product, create a website, run ads. That's how you go from zero to 1K a day. Closing seems saturated. No, my problem with closing is high returns, like 20, 30, 50% return rates. Google it. Google it. Average return rates for closing. Google it. Right? So if you have like, you generated $100,000 in sales, then you gave away like 50% of that in returns because people buying the wrong size, or you sending it from China, it's the wrong size. Like it's too small or too big, right? And people sending it back. And that's what happens. So that's why I personally don't like closing. Can you make money with closing? Yes. Like Is it a lot of headaches? Yes. Would I recommend to do it? No. That's my answer. Um, do you have any mentors? Yeah, I have many mentors. Like I think there's no stage in life where you can have no mentors. Like either you starting out, you definitely need a fucking mentor. Like you definitely fucking need a mentor, um, because like you're just so limited to your beliefs. Like you don't even know what's possible. Like you need someone to break through those beliefs for you and show you what's possible. So now you start to believe it. Now you start to do something. Now you'll need feedback on the tactical side. You know what you're doing wrong, like what you're doing right, and just giving you and refining that every single day. um, and then as you grow, like you need mentors to readjust yourself, because like over time, as you having more success, you might get too confident in your skills and you might make some poor decisions. So you need mentors who are a few steps ahead of you to give you feedback. And that's why I have mentors, and that's why every successful person has mentors of some kind. Could be different kind of mentors, right? Could be business mentors, could be spiritual mentor, could be like relationship mentor. There's different kind of mentors that you can have and you should have. So that's my experience. um Luxury homes by Omar. He's one of the trusted person in the world, and so professional coach. Thank you, sir. um so Alex, you're going to change my life. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much, Shat Guntav. Thank you so much. Should I, Rohit Parvajilu, should I go with one product branded store with different variations, or else I have to do hybrid general stores? Here is what I would recommend, like hybrid general stores. What that means, I don't know. Here's what I recommend. Just create a store name. Store name could be, um I don't know, choose a city name in Italy, Germany. Like choose a men's name, women's name. Like think about Nike. What does Nike means? Nothing. Nothing. Like literally nothing. Nike. Like you can sell shoes with Nike, you can sell pillows with Nike, you can sell cars with Nike. It doesn't mean anything, right? Like don't just create like a store name, bestposturecorrector.com, best I don't know, like best vacuumcleaner.com, right? Just create a generic brand name, and under that brand name, you can start testing different products if you want. Once you identify the success with one product, just turn that store into the branded niche store, and that's it. That's literally the simplest kind of variation. um, but even before you do that, like just identify one niche, like again, health, beauty, pets, jewelry. Like those four are phenomenal. Like those you can run for a long time. um so yeah, that's what I would recommend. Let me answer some of them here. um Good day, bro. Hello. um so bro, what do you do, and why YouTube is recommending me your content? So the reason YouTube is recommending you my content is because, so I'll tell you a secret, right? So there's like one engineer working YouTube, and he basically just like, I think he got drunk, right, on Friday night. And as he got drunk, right, he pushed the button, right, where it's like, you know, pretty much like pushing like wrong videos, like, just like some bearded, like Ukrainian, like heavy accent people videos have started pushing like to like thousands of people at the same time. And that's why I think you start to see my videos. And so yeah, that was a big misunderstanding. They're currently working on resolving that. Um, and I think they'll resolve it pretty fast. I hope, and then you'll stop seeing my videos. But until then, enjoy. Like, if you have any questions, I do e-commerce, right? So just like you asked the first question, what do you do? Like, I do e-commerce. I teach e-commerce. That's what I do. How many creatives do you test in the initial test? How many how many creatives do how many creatives do you test in the initial test? Hmm. Hmm. Abdul Rashid Hirsi, thank you so much for the question. Great question. How many creatives do I test in the initial test? I test so at least, I'll tell you, like 10 different variations minimum. Yeah, 10 different variations. So at least two angles, ideally three angles, right? Which means, slightly different scripts for three different angles. Then you have for each of those, like at least 3 to 5 scroll stoppers. So you see which angle works and which scroll stopper works. So then you can start doubling down on that, right? So that is a starting point. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, another person doesn't like close. And add the shipping cost to closing returns. Yeah. It's after solution. We have a question here from Khalid. Are you DJ Khalid or no? Or it's a different Khalid? All right. Be nice. All right. Khalid Lagalul, thank you so much for dropping the question. Is software solution better product to sell than a physical product? Yes. I mean, if you have a software to sell, and you can sell it with paid ads, right? If it solves like a specific problem for a specific person, and your margins on software should be pretty good. I wouldn't say it's better. It's just different, right? It's just different. It's totally different process. Your sales pages in your ads would probably be like um, pretty different. So yeah, like if you give me a specific example, I can just walk you through my process and just my thinking. Um, all right, Karen, how do you make creatives if you're testing if there is no content out there? So which means it's like, so what you're saying by this is like, okay, um there is no content that I can borrow from other people, right? So it means you're pretty much forced to create your own content. um yeah, just create your own content. That's the solution. If you really want to go after that product that you want to go after, maybe you just find another product, like just validate it, get initial momentum with that old product, and then or if you already have capital, just invest it. Like invest in like 5-10 different content creators, send them the product that you have, and get some UGC content from them. Guys, I have so many tutorials on my YouTube channel. Please check my YouTube videos. Like I literally break down the whole process. And if something doesn't make sense from those tutorials, then you can just hit me up on Instagram and I will answer your questions. I'll send you some more resources. I'll send you some more help and I will help you out. So this is my Instagram. My YouTube is here, right? So you can watch the videos, how to get UGC content creators, like even the templates. I think we have a video like coming up very soon on pretty much how to get content from UGC Creators. Like, but it's not a rocket science. There's so many different places where you can get it. It will cost you a few $100s, but it's so worth it because you're getting content from them. You can repurpose for many different variations of the ads, and you can scale your business with that. So that's what I would recommend. Yeah, go on my YouTube channel, guys. I have to wrap up. I'll tell you why, because so that sauna, right? It doesn't want to wait, right? It's hot, and so I have to get in while it's hot. Like, there's no real point of getting in sauna if it's cold, right? And so in order to do that, like, I have to go. Otherwise, if I take my laptop with me to the sauna, right? Then first of all, like, it's like, nah, no. My laptop will melt. my laptop will melt in sauna, right? It's so hot in there. Thank you, Khaled. Oh, thank you. Great. Oh, some native language. My laptop will melt in sauna, and then I'll have no laptop to do these calls with you, right? So it's like I have to think about the future. This is what it's called. It's a future. It's long-term thinking versus short-term thinking, right? So short-term thinking is like, okay, me take laptop to sauna, let's continue the call there. The long-term thinking is like, okay, maybe I'll not take it to the sauna today, but then I'll still have my laptop, so we can still do these calls, and I can help you guys out, right? So that's, I'm thinking long-term. Now, on a serious note, I'm trying to be serious, but it's hard. It's hard to be serious. YouTube, my YouTube has amazing tutorials. In my tutorials, I don't joke, right? Like, I don't joke. It's like literally like straight to the business, like bam, 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 bam. On my Instagram, I also don't joke, almost, right? And I have a lot of resources for you. I have KPIs, I have SOPs, I have cheat sheets on product research. I have ads, how to optimize your ads, how to make them more efficient, how to make them more profitable, how to optimize your funnel so it's more profitable, email marketing, Google, like all of the moving parts of e-commerce business. I literally have all of the resources for you, like, available, right? Ready to go. All you have to do, just hit me up on Instagram with specific resource you need help with, and then I will just send you that. Right? Simple as that, right? So send you that resource, try to help you out. Let me know if you learn. Like, let me know in the comments. So just like one last question. Let me know if you learned anything good from this live today. Like, was it good? Was it no? Was it shit? Should I stop doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, let me know in the comments. And then I will, when I'm on live today, and I'll try to do one more this week, or maybe two. I don't know. We'll try. We'll see. Try to do another call. Keep doing this. Ooh, thank you, sir. Thank you for this. This is great to see. This is great to see. Yeah, please, someone appreciates my jokes. The cows don't appreciate my jokes. And yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you got something out of it. I have resources. Again, DM me on Instagram. DM me product if you want product research, SOPs, and templates. I have these templates that we're working right now, like using right now in our business, that we're using to pretty much validate products, make sure that, you know, those are the products that we're selling in the first place. I have ads I see a lot of people asking um, ads, like ads advice. First of all, my YouTube channel, I literally break down the whole structure. I'll do even more of those, even more in detail. There's so much good stuff coming for you guys. My objective is like, how do I help you with like whatever is the biggest obstacle right now in your business? How do I help you with that, right? And for that, obviously, I have the questions here, but also for that, I have my Instagram. And for that, I need you to DM me, because the message, like, I cannot read your mind. Unfortunately, I'm working on that, but I can't. So DM me on Instagram with your questions, and I'll have them answered for you. And then I'll send you some resources, and then I'll see how I can help you. So that's that's my goal here. Yeah. All right. I'll be wrapping up. Thank you so much for joining. It's been tremendous conversation. Thank you, Vochnats. Thank you so much for joining, for your feedback, and I'll see you guys later this week. Maybe, I don't know. I'll let you know. Just keep I'll post in stories and I'll let you know. But yeah, it's been tremendous fun, and I'll